Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another video, and today I am stoked because I'll be checking out a new track from Lost in Separation. They are a phenomenal band. The song I'll be checking out today is called Ice Age, and it features Aaron Gillespie of Underoath, which is a big feature on there. Lost in Separation is a band I haven't gotten to cover too much on the channel because of release schedule, but last year, Invent Animate did their first ever headlining run before the Hefner tour. It was a smaller run. I flew out to see it. Lost in Separation was support act on that show, and they killed it, and they played like 3 new songs, and this was last December. So I've been anxiously awaiting new releases from them. We're finally getting to that time, so I will link all of the band's promotional links, the music video I'll be using in the reaction portion of this. All of that will be linked in the description of this video. Big shout out to Milad from Lost in Separation for getting this over to me in plenty of time to sort out a video. So all that being said, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it. Ooh, that transition. Ooh, and that riff. Lost in Separation, Ice Age, featuring Aaron Gillespie. Let's discuss. So to start off with, an outstanding track. This is something that will get a ton of plays from me. This is, at the time I'm filming this, still I think 4 or 5 days out from release, so I'll probably be running this video up. Until then, it's immediately something I want to go back to and listen to some more. In terms of what I'm looking for from this band, everything that I'm looking for is included in this track. I think, you know, coming out of a release like The Secrets We Keep, some of the singles that came off of that, Drowning, Chasing Apparitions, they are some of my favorite tracks from this band entirely. I know their first release, Sister Moon, it does not get as much love as the newer stuff, including from the band. I talked to Malad about that release when I was at their merch table at the show that I had mentioned last year. Personally, I love that release. It feels like it has a lot of the potential that, you know, came from the Secrets We Keep EP. It's all laid out there in that first release. It has some tracks that are just phenomenal, but there was a definite step up going into the EP, and now expectations are super high. They've got an Aaron feature on here, which I think they utilized perfectly. There are pieces of this track, whether it be in a transition form, you know, some of those lighter moments that are, you know, there was one transition that was like stripped back. It's more of it's really instrumentally driven. Malad is still doing vocals at that point. And another point I'll be coming up on is the vocal performance on this track. But before I get there, kind of piecing together those like lighter moments, or the moments that do something a little bit different with the instrumentals that add that atmosphere to the track and stuff, that was a key piece of the song for me. And then with how that plays into the feature, I think it makes it even better than it would be just on its own, which would also work fine for me. But the way it ties in to become a bigger piece of the song, I love that. Going into this, I would say I was expecting a chorus with Malad just singing. Malad has a very identifiable voice, something that you do get singing from him in this track. So, you know, when you think of some of those soaring big choruses on the EP, that would be what I'm talking about. But here it looks like we've got a change. We've got someone else singing the chorus, and it sounds excellent, because then on top of that, the vocals themselves fit perfectly to the sound. And I have a very high expectation going into the choruses from this band, because that style of, like, you know, the higher style, the soaring, really catchy hook-driven stuff, that is 100% up my alley. I know it's not for everyone. It's not their preferred style. For me, it is. So an adjustment in that regard could be a make it or break it moment for me. In this case, I loved the chorus, loved the delivery of the chorus, and then kind of having Malad singing in addition to that, it adds some variety there to the vocals. I think that give them a little something that they don't necessarily have across their discography. Some huge moments guitar-wise, whether it be kind of playing into that atmosphere I was talking about with more of the cleaner sound, the more ambient, approach to some of this, or some of those very thick riffs, which will be going into the playlist for me. It's got a huge breakdown on the track. For me, the tone and sort of identifiable features that Malad's voice bring forward, it's the same in screaming to me as it is in singing. It's something I could pick out if he were to feature on a track and it didn't get listed. I'd be able to pick it out really easily and know who it was. So having those sort of screams that get into that tone that I love, especially towards the end of the track, another box checked for me. So and again, I feel like I kind of breezed over Aaron's feature, the way it kind of starts and has the time and the detail contributed to that part to sort of feel like his feature not only is there and plays a part in the song, but like it has its own build as the track feels like it kind of builds to, whether it be some of those let off moments that are cleaner, they're lighter, softer, or it be like, the breakdown that I was talking about, that I think it says something about like they'll kill us all or something, a huge breakdown on the track, those moments that it feels like there was attention paid to it to kind of build to that moment. It feels the same with Aaron's feature on here. You get introduced to it, it kind of has that build up into something that's so emotive and powerful. That is, you know, it's going to be a huge track on my playlist. I'm very happy with it. I feel like at this point I'm just going to start running in circles and kind of carrying on about how much I enjoy this. But ideal situation, I think, walking away from a band that I've built such high expectations for and such, and they did stuff that feels like a little bit different. There's a lot of time taken in the song to kind of tap into those details I have mentioned, which I think makes it that much better. So those are my thoughts on first listen. This will be something, like I've mentioned a number of times, that gets a ton of plays for me. Going to be working beautifully right into my playlist. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Like I mentioned before, I will link all of the band's social media, promotional links, any sort of merch that I can find. I know they just went through some changes with distribution label stuff, so I will look for it and I will provide it in the description if it's there, including the link for the music video I used in the reaction portion of this. If not for, you know, not anything else, following the socials and, you know, ordering any merch if it exists. Dropping a comment on their original music video that they uploaded is a great way to help the band. That's, you know, it's free to do. It helps with the algorithm, kind of gets it suggested to more people. So if that's something that, you know, you're interested in doing, click that link in the description, drop them a comment, let them know what you thought of the song. Other than that, you can also find my link tree in the description. That will have any link that you may need related to my channel. It'll have my Patreon, Twitch, the invite for the Discord server. All of that stuff will be there. The Discord server is where the community is based for my YouTube channel. We've got a bunch of music lovers in there with conversation both related to music and completely unrelated. So if you're interested in joining, checking out the community, hanging out with the homies, feel free to use that link in the link tree. And then Patreon, Twitch, those are the things that I utilize outside of my channel. Patreon, we were gearing up for a big end of the year, finishing the year style events, all sorts of stuff that we'll be doing there. And I'm planning on getting back on Twitch soon. Of course, I've had a break where I wasn't able to film any videos, wasn't able to be here with my setup, so in turn, I'm not able to stream when I'm away from my streaming setup. So as I figure out those details, I will be getting back into my streams for the end of the year one way or another. So if you want to be notified when I go live, see what I'm doing over there, in addition to the weekly live streams, we'll be getting back into stuff I'll be doing for end of the year categories and stuff. Feel free to give that Twitch in the link tree a follow. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.